So on the fur and feather drags, the fur or rabbit is 350 meters, and the fur, which can be duck, pheasant, prairie chicken, some type of a basically a duck-sized bird. Most people use ducks, some people use pheasants. I've heard of somebody using prairie chicken once. Can't use quail or pigeons. I don't think they allow chucker, but so a duck or a pheasant, basically, that's 150 meters. So the rabbit is the rabbit is 350 meters, and the duck is 150 meters. Both of these, the handlers have to supply their own for the test. The ducks used in the water work are supplied by the test coordinator, but the handlers need to bring their own drag game. Drag animals need to be in good condition. They can't be torn apart, a lot of blood all over them. They need to be in decent condition. And it's really to your advantage that they are too, just, so the dog is less tempted to eat on it. But, but if you have blood coming out of it, it's not really tracking the scent of the animal necessarily, or it may not be. And it kind of puts you at an unfair advantage too if you've got a strong blood trail or something, or, intestinal juices or whatever. So the purpose of these drags is to test the dog's ability to track, to stay on a scent, to navigate a turn. I think there's 2 turns in the rabbit drag, kind of an obtuse angle, like a wide angle. A couple of turns in the rabbit drag, 1 turn in the duck drag, if I remember correctly. And what they will do, and I've got a duck here. I'll turn this around and set the duck out and show you. So on these drags, what they'll do is pluck some fur or feathers and make like a pile, so you'll have like a good starting point. And then we got that there, and then set your hat or handkerchief or something down here to mark it. I'll just set the bag there for the time being. And then you'll take your duck, and this duck is half eaten, but it's what I've got at the moment. Anyway, and you'll just make you like a noose, kind of a slip knot here, and you'll drag it, and you'll go, a straight line. And when you're starting this, make them short, make them easy, but don't keep it easy as you move forward in your training. Make it more challenging, because these dogs are smart, and if the task is too easy, they will absolutely get bored with it and likely to just completely blow you off. And that's been my own experience, as well as other people I know. So, right now we're teaching them a lesson, but make it challenging, as training goes forward later in the game. Just keep that in mind down the road. So, all right, so I've got my starting pile of feathers. I'm gonna drag this. I'm not gonna go too far, maybe 50 or 100 yards or something today. Watch out for snakes. It's evening time and I'm in tennis shoes and knee-high grass. I probably shouldn't be. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead. And when you make these turns, to start the training, you can slow the dog down by just making a big scent cone here. Just a real big, strong area of scent, and kind of might slow them down a little bit. And I'm not gonna make a direct right angle. I'm gonna kind of just go at more of a, what we call an obtuse angle, just more of a slight angle here. I'll just set it out here in this mowed area so it's nice and clean. It's an easy pickup. Just set it right here. And in the test, there's going to be a judge, the guy who drags it. And you always want to take this rope off of the duck or the rabbit, lay it out, you know, on a nice open ground where they can easily grab it. And if you're training by yourself, don't walk the same trail back. But what I was saying is, in the test, there's going to be a judge at the end of this, and he'll be, you know, 20, 30, 40 yards past it, you know, hiding in, you know, tall grass or behind a tree or whatever. And so it's good once your dog starts getting the concept, if you can train with another person, so that they get used to having a stranger back there. You do have the option in these tests to bring 2 rabbits and 2 ducks. You can set a, you know, they'll have the drag game and they'll set it out there, you know, a ways away from them. But they can also set one at the judge's feet, just in case the dog accidentally tracks them, because, you know, the judge may have, you know, probably has scent on his boots or, you know, whatever. And so you want the dog to be successful, so you have the option of giving 2 rabbits to the judge, one to lay out like I did, and then one for him to put at his feet. But if your dog finds one and abandons it to go get the other, they fail, because they are leaving game in the field. Now, if they find both of them and they bring both of them back, well, that's different. But they're going to have to be able to carry them both in their mouth, because the chances are, and this will probably be up to the test director, I'm not completely clear on this, but it'll probably be up to the test director. If you do have 2 drag animals for each event, and the dog finds them both, brings one back, you do have the ability to send your dog up to 2 times if they come back without game. So in the case where there's 2 rabbits or 2 ducks, they might let you go back out there, or let you send your dog back out there rather, to get the second one that they found. But on the other hand, they might consider it having abandoned game, and you could fail the test. I have always opted myself just to do 1 drag animal, and my dogs know that if they overrun it and they find a person beyond it, they need to circle back 20 or 30 yards, and there's going to be their game. So that's what I train them for. But the whole purpose of this test is to test their ability to track, you know, to navigate, you know, a turn. You know, are they tracking methodically? Are they able to intellectually comprehend what's going on here? Or do they just, you know, basically run out and go on a wild goose chase? Are they just randomly hunting and searching a field? This is a tracking ability test, and then it's followed by a retrieving test. So what you want the dog to do is grab it in the middle, you know, get a firm grip, not chew on it, not eat it, not pluck it, not play with it. Bring it back to you, sit down in front of you or to your side, and you take it from their hand. So if the dog sits down and drops it, or you think the dog's going to drop it, if they act like they're about to drop it, reach out, grab it from its mouth. You lose 1 predicate for the dog not sitting, delivering to hand. You cannot give the dog any commands during the retrieve. You can give them the initial one. I use the word track. Some people say fetch. You know, you come up with your own thing. But you want the dog ideally to sit down beside you or in front of you, deliver it to your hand. But if you feel that the dog's not gonna deliver it to you, you feel like maybe they're not gonna, if you feel like they're gonna drop it, just reach out and take it. Even if that means you have to take a step forward. Circle of influence, if you can take a step and then reach and grab it from its mouth, that's permitted. But, you know, if you got to run after your dog, that's a whole nother deal. The dog's not bringing you the game. It's potentially a wasted animal. And so, you know, it's critical that they bring it back to you. Otherwise, if they don't deliver it to you, you fail the test. Because the purpose of this is, in the event you have game lost in the field, you want your dog to be able to track it and successfully retrieve it, bring it back to you, so that there is no waste. The purpose of these German tests circles around the whole concept, the main concept being game should never be wasted. In Germany, they will spend hours all afternoon looking for one bird if they, you know, think it's down. Nothing is wasted, and these dogs are bred to help in the recovery process. So that's why these tests are so important. That's why you want that dog to bring it back to you in edible condition, no waste. So I'm gonna go get Achilles and we'll see what he does.